Hey guys, it's me, Misha. Everything I say is not financial advice, my personal opinion. We have beautiful weather here in LA today. Um, let's see the markets. Let's check the markets rather. Qs are in the subthrust. It's arguable. Yes, this is a bar level it cannot correct, so technically it renewed it and so we can say that this level is broken right now, as of now. This this is the level now. It's Friday, so a little bit chill. You know what I mean? It changed direction since the transition extremum. It's only up to 0.5 is our, yeah. It says a balance. And now it changed direction, but it's in neutral zone already. It's a neutral zone and it's a counter trend balance. It's a long balance. Still, look what it did in dividends. Bounced of the level. Hmm. Dollar makes it move. Hmm. That might have been all right for swing trade. Hmm. Volume spring test, and that didn't go, and then real spring. And that's it's not a real wave. Came back like 90%. So there's no way it's a real wave. Russian market tries to prove its sovereignty. When American market went down, it goes up. However, I think it was government buying in all reality. So just to prove the point, or maybe it's market reaction. I've heard that Trump and Putin agreed to meet, so that might have been positive enough. Um, Powerful move here on on Ford. I was in consolidation, and this and goes up. Powerful move. What can I say? What can I say? It goes to Mrs. Point 5, which doesn't really matter because it's already changed direction, or at least I think so. Still can figure out charting of the gaps. Still struggling to figure out charting of the gaps. Low coil. I closed it for like a small loss yesterday, somewhere here. It would have broken me even, but who knew it was gonna do this like 2 bar rally. Heinz tries to break even, to break out of this situation. Not quite there yet. But all in all, in a good place. And no, let me take it back. It's in an interesting place on monthly. Uh, my trade that I did take, this puts, is going well as of now. So the idea was here. We're in a good place, and this huge balance on year. They're in a good place on monthly. It consolidates weirdly, though, of course. It's a balance. And then this. We'll see how it runs. UPS. Already made some money on it. See it goes higher. As always, biggest like upthrust. Doesn't matter. If it's counter trend, it can just like go through it as the knife through the butter, we say. uh, so let's, this now is the level. Last hour of the day. And this is our sign of strengths, but it doesn't matter because, hold on, let me think. So this is our sign of strengths because it's not one bar rule. So this wave broke. It's like an impulse, and then this is another impulse. And we only look for the sign of strength from the last impulse. So this is our sign of strength. Just kind of like nullified by this volume today in the morning. We'll check both, but this level would be beautiful. And also we are in the neutral zone already. Over like unidirectional balance, I'd say. He was right there right now. Yeah, of course, it was not supposed to hold. Look how powerful it is. And we change direction. And now we have this entire 0.5. Can go on days. Yeah. Mm. That might be interesting level if it comes to it. Perforated levels of the day match. Yeah. So that was an entry for continuation of the trend. This is like crazy, I think. They will be like so irresponsible. But technically speaking, yeah. It's continuation of the trend. We had a spring since it's expanding. T2. And even this was 2 bar spring, volume 2 bar spring test. That was another entry. That probably wouldn't break us out, stop us out, wiggle us out, or maybe it did, or maybe not. Anyhow, we would give it a second chance, but this volume kind of kills it. So, anyhow. Yeah, this is too close to the T1. So even if it goes back to 0.5, doesn't make any sense. Do hold nothing. And now we are getting to the zone. Oh my gosh, sorry. Yeah, I don't think so. Especially on Friday. CVS grinds up, defying the gravity. Just goes. Just think I didn't take yesterday. That was like tradable just from here. But now, since I know there is a comparable volume and correction, I shouldn't take it. Prior to seeing that, that was doable. And also, like, this drop is kind of a little too steep for a correction, which may be alright because short is like, short is called short because it's too steep. Mm, because it's steeper than the long. But anyhow, no, I don't think it's a good idea at all. Unless it comes here and shows something. But all this volume is here. Some extraordinary 120,000. So, mm, it's still significant. It's not good, I think. Hmm. It breaks the level. I think it's a short wave. I think it's a short wave. Yeah. Now that I look at it. Hmm. Of all the Russian stocks, there's so many stock that's like down there. Bank St. Petersburg is high up, so that'd be a weird choice, even if it showed the best possible setup on um, inferior time frame. Would be super weird to choose that stock over dozens of other stocks that are like deep down. Well, a strong setup doesn't matter, but just generally speaking. Let me show you. Volume, volume, boom. Like this guy. and then up. We'll see about that. For now, it is like the biggest volume from the beginning of the times. And it was right there. Yeah, it's there and there. And that's our initiative takeover. From here, just boom. Yeah, so this volume is there. So this test volume. Just to buy it from here. I don't know. I don't know. It's counter trend, so that needs a. I don't think it's a good idea, but technically, there was a counter trend here. Technically, yeah. This volume is weird. Yeah, again, if this is correction to this wave, why then the volume is so big? But technically, yeah, that was our 2-bar spring, or even 1 bar for that matter. Test, weak test. And that was an entry. But you see why it's not a good idea. It goes like too far, too volatile. So it makes sense to see what it's gonna do next. And then it goes down. And then it resprings again. Yeah, that was a transition extreme, and then it went down, 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 and that's a new extreme. And this extreme may be more true to what's really going on here. And it's a break, by the way. I can see it from here. I can see you. A break. Yeah, by tick, but rules are rules. Our rules are rules. All right. The 1 hour looks better, and there's context on on daily, but since it's counter trend, maybe it makes sense to do it through transition extremum. And it's Friday also. Don't forget that. I don't need your ultimate discount, but thank you. Um, what is this? It's a daily watch. Yeah. Um, it's a daily watch. That's short. Mhm. It's here, but there's no 0.5. There's no 0.5. Yeah. Walmart not quite in 0.5. And it broke and reversed. Broke everything. You broke everything. How could you? Everything we were working on so hard. And also right now, it's at the resistance level, resistance bar level, zone for that matter. It shows a break. Hmm. Here though, here though, it's very wide. So this is like more of an independent approach. But yeah, test. Not the biggest volume, so and it's aggressive anyway, so we need a test. So technically, that was a gosh, that was an entry. It's too. This is like too jerky move, and again, like something we just saw, like the way around, and technically that's a break one way or another, whether it's like a up thrust and that's a test that went higher, or so by the time we got this, yeah, entry or the counter trend, so yeah. Yeah, the trade I didn't take for better or worse. This is short now, right? Yeah, this is our sign of strength. This is our point 0.5, and it's short. Yeah, it broke it now, it goes down. All these like jerky moves are not my friends. I call them Mustangs. Call American market a Mustang, but um, it does it so much. We're below the volume zone. We're passed by it. I'll keep it as a reminder, as a learning experience on how not trustworthy the volume zones are after there's already levels. That was from my phone. I wasn't drunk. So there was already levels, daily levels. So this volume shouldn't count and we passed through it. Now it's good in continuation of the trend. And so this is a lot of stuff flipped. A lot of stuff flipped. Yeah. It's getting there. Has been sign of strength. Our resistance bar test level. No, bar still levels, not zones. Yeah, let's be specific. Yeah, Citibank, TNA. Well, it's very arguable if this level is even worth um, monitoring. So low. We're so close to monthly level. That may be it. That may be it. Well, that's technically good for long, but practically look at it. That doesn't look healthy at all. It's a 1 bar rule. I think that's where we are right now. Yeah. So That's interesting. And we are in a balance right now. And up. And then yeah. Coca-Cola. You see how it like still short technically. But it makes no sense anymore. Makes no sense anymore. The expansion range is disproportionate to range of the balance. So it makes no sense. That looked like exhaustion. A lot. This volume's here. And this has to stop. The heck is this? This is continuation of the trend. Mm-hmm. This is continuation of the trend, and I have funds available on Russian market. Okay. It's a little weird. It's like resumption from this volume. It resumed, but didn't break anything. I consolidated here a little bit. Maybe it's fine. It's a good thing that this volume is here, not here. But yeah, it's a good candidate for short, I think. There right now. Looks like it's breaking. Looks like it's breaking. This healthcare thing. Can you imagine doing aggressive trades so far up there in the last 10 minutes of a reaction bar? And volume T1. On volume top thrust, so no. So no. Thank you, but no. Masonergo. Yeah, there's everything going on Russian market. Well, now it makes sense. The only question I have left is it like really market reacting to it's like geopolitical news that like Trump and Putin are meeting, or is it a government related um, structures just hyping up, showing, flexing the muscle, showing how powerful is Putin uh, to the financial community of Russia? That's my only question. I actually think a little bit of both. Or maybe the latter, because like why the heck would markets care? So they'll meet again. Putin will tell the history of Russian uplands in the past like 10 centuries. Ever since like Tatar Mongol invasion. Trump will not, and nothing will gonna move anywhere. Unless I'm missing on something. I haven't been in the news for the past like 3 months, and I want to keep it that way. Um, whatever this was, it was either a break or this. I haven't decided yet. Once again, like if you guys, if anyone knows anything about um, freaking gaps, let me know. I'll take a lesson or two from you. Okay? Because I can't figure it out specifically how to chart these gaps. Yeah, I don't think it's good for anything. The heck is this? Um, Biotech. I don't think so. It's 0.5 right for us here. Closing in 5 minutes. Um, this doesn't look like a correction to this impulse. See like volume here and volume here. So I wouldn't touch it. I would stay away. This was beautiful though. Hmm. That was a beautiful reversal. You see once again, days like shit and hours shit, but 5 minutes like yoo-hoo. 5 minutes is like yoo-hoo. Screw that. It's a broken level of resistance bar. Yeah. And it's like 70% back, so it's not a real break. Didn't think so. That was a 1 bar rule. So you're back to square one. And it's good in continuation of the trend as it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at Pfizer. Unbelievable. Um, it erased all the gains it had. And we're back to square one, pretty much. Heck is this? And it's too deep in neutral zone, I think. I feel like fine, it's this actually. And then this. What was a balance? Well, after it became a balance, yeah. No, no. Look at this levels, it just freaks out. Just freaks out. This volume is too big for anything. This volume is too big for anything. Let me see like gainers and losers. On that note, it's counter trend. And the biggest volume is here, but we are not there yet. But we are not there yet. Yeah, volume distribution is long. So we would need a close manipulation signal on daily. However, that's a little steep. So yes, we have room, is what I'm saying. It's right here, right now. Well, by far, I think that's like far. Yeah, that heats up. Hold on, give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. By far, I think this is like the most attractive marketing situation. Minutes volume distribution is, yeah, is not good. It's pretty much disqualifies the whole thing for at least aggressive trade. Only after it will. No, it's not this. It's this. So only after it will close a manipulation signal on our, this volume distribution will stop matter because, yeah, like, no, I don't think it's good. Like the sound volume top thrust. And it broke the level, so never mind. Uh, Interesting. Now in a balance. So here local is good for short. Yeah, nothing here. Oh, good for long, but nothing here looks long or attractive in any way, I'd say. That was on volume top thrust. Hmm. I think it's gonna break. And it's on volume, so what can you do about it? So what can you do about it? Yeah, that was an up thrust in 0.5. See beautiful inferior time frame unvolumed, volumed. Uh, but yeah, add volume top thrust on daily. What can you do about it? It's good for long again. This one is good for long as well. I think it's going down. I think it's actually worth buying a put. But now it's good for long. See this volume. Volume distribution is not good. That's a great volume. Break under ice. Just goes down. So this was an upthrust of our dreams, but couldn't define it. Could not identify it. It's not short, it's long. Volume top thrust and powerful resumption. It's resumed. Comcast. Luckily good for long, but I don't think so. But I don't think so. Counter trend is only good up to 0.5. So now it's not good for anything. Wait, it's a balance. And the volume is good. But it's also in earnings. Oh my god, look at this guy. And that probably would not need a test. So that's where you can make an exclusion. And we were already in the were we in the balance? We were not in the balance yet. That's the bummer. We were not in the balance by this time yet. And then this. And that was 0.5. Oh my god. And here was that would need a test. That would need a test. The heck is this? As long as you love me. This was a balance. Dun, 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 dun. Hired. Um, hmm. We've been looking at this guy for quite some time now. Just entering against that volume. Hmm. This is high, let's be honest. This volume is good. Yeah. That's weird. Don't you find? It's balance. On volumes upthrust, but considering it was earnings, that was earnings. Maybe. Maybe. And why do we have 0.5 here? 0.5 does not apply to balance the correction because, yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. It's a balance. And the biggest volume, they're equals. It's probably this, based off how the market reacted. It was this. Yeah. Ah, the heck. Yeah. So expanding, expanding, expanding. This counter balance. And then boom. And then boom. Oops. didn't work. This is too big of a volume. Okay, let's see gainers and losers and be done with that. June. This thing just collapsed. Hmm. It's interesting. Oracle went down finally. Doesn't matter. Does it? It does not. Um, I didn't do my best on Oracle, but I did something. At least I did something while you were sitting there doing nothing. uh, I'm kidding. No, all of you guys are successful traders out there. Just watching me for funsies to see what this silly Russian guy is doing out there. I'm fine. You're not gonna be the first people who make fun of me in my life. Maybe I like to have fun, you know? Someone has to be fun of to have fun. That's how our psyche works. Yeah, so this whole thing is absolutely unvolumed and looks absolutely supposed to be broken. But let's check it. Yeah, and see? Oh, bruh. Markets are cruel. See what a beautiful setup it does you like on 5 minutes? Like, yeah, bruh. What a beautiful volume. This market needs liquidity. Forget this one. Don't forget it, but um, good splash of volume. Definitely volume T1 here. And then beautiful one bar spring here. Now it will give us a test and then immediately go down. Mark my word. Mark my word. What? I'm trying to do some kind of Commonwealth accent. Mark my word. Yeah, it's like one bar reversal. Just go down after this. Just gonna go down. It will be merciful if it doesn't give us a test. At least. Um, yeah. Hmm. Lily went into this volume zone and did this beautiful spring. I don't think it's gonna hold. And I should really stop thinking and start observing, because that's how it works. I'm not here to think. I'm here to observe, to find my entry point and execute. You know what I mean? I don't subscribe to this point of view. It's such an ignorance. Oh, I'm in this stock actually through my Russian broker, and I would have loved to close it, but I can't because it's like frozen in Euroclear as a Russian-owned asset. So probably like if I bothered, maybe I would be able to transfer it over to my American brokerage, but I don't want to deal with this crap. Um, so I'll just let it sit there until this guy decide that they got enough and they'll unfreeze. And so is my Sberbank. I have Sberbank shares that I bought 20 cents a share on the next day after the war began mm, on the London Stock Exchange through my American broker. They're also sitting there. They're like now like $3, 3.5, I think. I would have sold them to this pleasure uh, because they were at the highs. Now they're not even at the highs, but they were a couple months ago. But couldn't do anything because they're frozen. um, that's an interesting move. We don't need a close manipulation signal here on daily. It completed its correction, resumed um, the movement in the direction of the main trend. And we absolutely don't need a closed manipulation signal on daily. And it's just this actually. Look at this. Oh la la. Hmm. Look how beautiful it was. On volume though. On volume, but we don't need a closed manipulation signal on monthly, on daily. And for that matter, on hourly for the next 30 minutes as well. Isn't it sick? Like all all the um, time frames. What do you call it? Like a star parade? We call it. Uh, well, stars align. Yeah. Volume distribution in hourly is not good. Oh, but it's good just to buy from there, just to buy put, which of course I will not do because we know it doesn't have to bounce right here. We Gilead. Is it Gilead Science or Gilead? Whatever science it is on Nasdaq, it's up to some trouble. 0.5 doesn't matter anymore. Look, months at the level, at the resistance level of superior time frame. Days at resistance level at superior time frame. hour at the resistance level of superior time frame. 5 minutes are at superior level of inferior time frame. Can you freaking believe it? It's the first time I'm seeing anything like this, I think. Um, in my 3 years, no, really like 2 years of using this um, Roman strategy. Yeah, of course it went down. So that was um, yeah, and it changed direction. Now it's here. It's boring. Volume died absolutely. It's like that would need a test because our volume. But wait, after it will close, it still will need a test. But after it will close in up thrust an hour. Yeah, you see? You see? At least this time it was merciful and didn't give us a test. But if you like drew a beautiful test, I'm like, yeah, I'm right here. But it's such a wrong place on hourly, on on daily as well. I'm just afraid it will fall. But yeah, that was a good place to consider. That was the that was the place. What a shame. Oh, I was staying true to the rules of Roman strategy. Yeah, I guess this. And GM is there, we're looking at it. I think that's pretty much it. Uh, this Vivian thing, we're also watching it. Yeah, we got it. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Easy Friday. Good vibes only. We need to clean up the list. um, I don't think anything of this is good. One bar rule. So we're staying here now. Hmm. That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go. Trade responsibly on your own. Never listen to anyone. No one knows anything. Learn and grow on the